Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you very much for your kind association. Let us continue our reading of Shri Caitanya Bhagavat by Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur. Before that, let us recite our Mangalacharan prayers. Om Ajnana-timirandhasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadādhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Dear devotees, we are reading from Sri Caitanya Bhagavat Ādi Khaṇḍa, chapter 16. I think we read till verse number 35. So let's continue from verse number 36. Again, this is Sri Caitanya Bhagavat Ādi Khaṇḍa, chapter 16, text 36 onwards. Jaya Jaya Shri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Kaji Giya Mulukera Adhipati Sthane Kahile ka Tahana Sakala Vivarane. We are reading, dear devotees, the glories of Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur. Srila Haridas Thakur's beautiful description is that he was always chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and as he chanted Hare Krishna Mahamantra, ecstatic symptoms always manifested in his transcendental body. Tears of love flowing from his lotus eyes, Srila Haridas Thakur's hair standing on end, his voice choking, his body trembling in ecstasy, chanting the names of his beloved Lord, Shri Krishna. Because Harinam is non-different from Shri Hari. Nama Chintamani Krishna's Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. Purna Shuddho Nitya Mukto Abhinnatvan Nama Naminu. So Haridas Thakur was in this divine ecstasy all the time. And he would take his bath in the Ganga and he would wander around in the Holy Land just chanting Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. These are the wonderful pastimes of Srila Haridas Thakur in Fuliagram. Let us see what happens in Fuliagram. Kaji Giya Mulukera Adhipati Sthane. The Kazi is the local sheriff. He went to the Adhipati Sthane. He went to the ruler of the district, Adhipati. Kahileka Tahana Sakala Vivarane. And he went and complained about Srila Haridas Thakur to the district governor. So Qazi is like the local sheriff or the magistrate. The local magistrate, he went to the district governor and complained about Srila Haridas Thakur. In the purport, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ji Maharaj writes, Qazi, the Muslim magistrate of Fulia, informed his respected superior the district governor, about the activities of Shri Haridas Thakur. Yavana hayya kare hindura achar, bhalamate tare ani karaha vichar. The Qazi complained to the district governor that Yavana hayya kare hindura achar. This Haridas Thakur is born in a Muslim family, but he does hindura achar. He behaves like the Hindus. He follows the religion of the Hindus. Bhalamate tare ani karaha vichar. Please call him and talk to him, consider his case. In the purport, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada writes, since Thakur Haridas appeared in a Muslim family and acted contrary to the behavior of the Muslims, according to their consideration, he had committed a grave offense and must be punished. Considering in this way, the Qazi complained to the district governor. Text 38. Papira vachana shuni seha papamati dhari anaila tane ati shigragati. Hearing the words of the sinful Qazi, the sinful governor, both were sinful. The sinful governor immediately called for Srila Haridas Thakur. The sinful governor, who was hostile to devotional service, ordered that Srila Haridas Thakur be arrested without delay. Papira vachana shuni, the governor heard the words of the Papi Qazi. Seha papamati, he himself was Papi. What did he do? Dhari anaila tane, ati shigragati, without delay go and bring Haridas Thakur. So Haridas Thakur was immediately arrested. Krishnera prasade Hari Dasa Mahashay Yavanera ki dayak kaler o nahi bhai. By the mercy of Shri Krishna, Srila Haridas Thakur was not even afraid of death personified. Krishnera prasade Hari Dasa Mahashay Yavanera ki dayak kaler nahi bhai. What to speak of this Yavan, what to speak of these Muslims, Srila Haridas Thakur was not even afraid of death personified. Kal. He was not even afraid of Kal, death. This was the power of Srila Haridas Thakur. Because see, Krishna says, it is said in Srimad Bhāgavatam by Bhagwan Kapiladev, the 3rd canto, very beautiful verse, Mad bhayat vati vato yam mrutyus charati mad bhayat. Bhagwan Kapildev, who is an incarnation of Lord Krishna, says, Mrutyus charati mad bhayat. Mrityu or death is going and affecting different people out of fear of me. Mrutyus charati. Charati means to go here and there, to move. Mrutyus charati mad bhayat. Which means death can affect a person only when Krishna sanctions. Mrutyus charati mad bhayat. Krishna himself says in Srimad Bhāgavatam. So if Krishna is so great that even death is afraid of Krishna, a pure devotee who is completely devoted to Krishna also becomes like that. A pure devotee also is not afraid of death because he is completely surrendered to Krishna. Bhajahure mana Shri Nandanandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare. Because death is afraid of Krishna, a pure devotee of Krishna is not afraid of death. Is it clear? Therefore, Haridas Thakur was not afraid of death. And Srila Vrindavan Thakur says, it is Krishna's mercy. Krishnera prasade Haridasa Mahashay Yavanera kidaya kaler nahi bhai. What to speak of Yavanas? He was not even afraid of death personified. Krishna Krishna baliya chalila se ikshane muluka patira age dila darashane. Krishna Krishna baliya, chanting Krishna Krishna. Chalila se ikshane, immediately without delay he went. Muluka patira age dila darashane. Srila Haridas Thakur went in the presence of the district governor immediately without delay. He didn't try to evade the arrest or buy some time. He was called, immediately he went and stood in front of Mulukerapati, the district governor. But what was he doing? Even when he was taken in front of the Papi sinful governor, Srila Haridas Thakur was saying Krishna, 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 constantly chanting. Krishna, Krishna Baliya, Chalila se kshane, Muluka Patira age, Dila darashane. He gave his darshan to the Mulukapati. Haridasa Thakurera, Shuniya Gamana, Harishe Vishada Haila, Jata Susajjana. Hearing about Srila Haridas Thakur's departure to go see the governor, pious persons felt morose in the midst of their happiness. See, when a sinful Qazi went and told the sinful Mulukpati and complained about Haridas Thakur, the Mulukpati was only too happy to arrest Haridas Thakur. That is the nature of a wicked person. They feel happy when a devotee suffers. They are para dukkha sukhi. But that is a diseased condition. The heart of a Vaishnava is para dukkha dukhi and para sukha sukhi. A real Vaishnava feels sad when others are suffering, and a real Vaishnava feels happy when others are happy. So we have to judge ourselves based on this yardstick, my dear friends. When we see someone else getting mercy, when we see someone else flourishing, when we see others happy, do we become envious? Do we develop a competitive spirit against them? Do we envy them? That is the yardstick. Nirmatsaranam satam. A pure devotee is nirmatsar. He is non-envious. That is a very important quality. So these Susajjan, these gentlemen, when they heard that Haridas Thakur was being arrested, they became very sad. They became very sad. Bada bada loka jata ache bandhi ghare, tara sab rishta haila shuniya antare. Now there were some bada bada loka, there were some respectable people who had been imprisoned by the district magistrate, Mulukerapati, because it was a Muslim government. So many pious Hindus were arrested. When in the prison, when they heard that Haridas Thakur had been arrested and he was going to come to see the governor, Tara Saba Rishta Haila Suniya Antare. When they heard, internally they became very happy that Haridas Thakur was being brought to the jail. Why they were happy? Because let's see, text 43. Parama Vaishnava Haridasa Mahashay Tane dekhi bandi dukkha haibe kakshay. They thought Shri Haridas Thakur is a great Vaishnava. Parama Vaishnava Haridas Mahashay. Tare dekhi. By seeing him, our distress at being imprisoned will be vanquished. So when the pious prisoners heard that Haridas Thakur had been arrested, internally they became pleased in their heart. Why? Not because they were wicked, but they thought that, oh, in this jail we are suffering so much, but our suffering will go away when we take darshan of this pure devotee Mahabhagavat, Srila Haridas Thakur. So they were pleased in that sense. They were heartbroken that Haridas Thakur was arrested, but for themselves, they were pleased that, well, it's not good that Haridas Thakur is arrested, but for us, at least in this jail now, we will get darshan of a Mahabhagavat. So they were pleased. In the purport, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ji Maharaj writes, the prisoners began to consider that by seeing such a Mahabhagavat Mahatma as Srila Haridas Thakur, their miseries would be diminished. Because a devotee feels very jubilant when a devotee meets a pure devotee. Rakshaka lokere sab sadhana kariya rahile na bandi gana eka drishti haiya. What did the prisoners do? They went to the guards. They went to the jail guards. And what did they tell the jail guards? That, listen, dear guards, please make sure that when Srila Haridas Thakur comes, we get at least one darshan of Srila Haridas Thakur. Please adjust. So, Rakshaka lokere sabe sadhana kariya Rahilena bandi gana eka drishti hayya. The prisoners, they tactfully went to the jailers and requested, we have only one request. When Haridas Thakur comes, please give us darshan. We want to have his darshan. Haridasa Thakur आइला से स्थाने बंदी सबे देखी कृपा दृष्टि हैला माने. When Srila Haridas Thakur came to the prison and saw the prisoners, he glanced mercifully upon them. This is the nature of a pure devotee. A pure devotee is very dayalu, very kripalu. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha. A Vaishnava is kripa sindhu, ocean of kripa, ocean of mercy. Why? Because a Vaishnava is always in touch with Krishna. And how is Krishna? Hey Krishna, karuna sindhu. Dekho, Krishna is karuna sindhu and Vaishnava is kripa sindhu. No difference. No difference. Because a Vaishnava gets all the strength from Krishna, gets all the empowerment from Krishna. And the Vaishnava is a representative of Krishna. Therefore, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has said, Sakshad Haritvena Samasta Shastra. A Vaishnava is Sakshad Hari, pure Vaishnava. Guru is Sakshad Hari. So here it is said that he gave Kripa Drishti Hailamani. He cast his merciful glance upon the prisoners. Haridasa Thakur, Aila Sai Sthane, Bandi Sabe Dekhi Kripa Drishti Hailamani. He cast his merciful, he looked upon them mercifully. Darshane pavitra karo eito margo. Gangara spara shahile paschatta pavan. Darshane pavitra karo eito margo. The quality of a devotee is darshane pavitra karo. Simply by their glance, they can purify us. Haridasa Thakurera charana dekhiya rahile na bandi gana pranati kariya. Very beautiful verse. Haridasa Thakurera charana dekhiya. When the prisoners saw the lotus feet of Sri Haridas Thakur Mahashaya, Rahilena Bandigana Pranati Kariya, they offered their pranam at the lotus feet of Haridas Thakur. They bowed down to Srila Haridas Thakur. Ajanulambita bhuja kamala nayana sarva manohara mukha Chandranupama. Srila Vrindavan Thakur is giving description of Srila Haridas Thakur. Srila Haridas Thakur at this time is quite young. You see, Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu is not even born. Srila Haridas Thakur was 35 years elder to Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu. That means when this pastime occurred, Srila Haridas Thakur was less than 35 years old. He was very young. And how was he? Ajanulambita bhuja. Srila Haridas Thakur's arms were long, going up to his knees, which is a sign of a Mahabhagavat. Kamala Nayana, his eyes were lotus-like. Sarva Manohara Mukha, Chandra Anupama. His moon-like face, Anupama, was incomparable. Very beautiful, effulgent face. Sarva Manohar Mukha. His face was enchanting to the heart. And Ajanulambita bhuja, arms were long, and Kamala Nayana. He had beautiful lotus eyes, Haridas Thakur. Let's read his description again. Ajanulambita bhuja Kamala Nayana Sarvamanohara Mukha Chandranupama Bhakti Kari Sabe Kari Lena Namaskara Sabara Haila Krishna Bhakti Ravikara. This is the meaning of Darshane Pavitra Karo Eito Margo. Bhakti Kari Sabe Kari Lena Namaskar. As everyone with devotion offered their Namaskar to Srila Haridas Thakur, Thakur Mahashaya, Vaishnav Thakur, Vaishnav Thakur, Dandavat Pranam, Dandavat Pranam. Just by offering obeisances and respect to Srila Haridas Thakur, what was the effect? Sabara Haila Krishna Bhakti Ravikar. So easy it is. We can do bhajan for many, many lifetimes and still not get ecstasy, still not get bhav bhakti, still not get prema bhakti. But just by being looked upon by a pure devotee, just by being blessed by a pure devotee, that ecstasy can manifest. Therefore, in Sri Narad Bhakti Sutra, Shripad Narad Muni says, Satarati, Satarati, Sa Lokan Tarayati. A pure devotee easily can give bhakti to others. Anybody who the pure devotee looks upon, anybody who the pure devotee touches, anybody who the pure devotee considers to be his own or her own, that person will get prema bhakti. Anyone who becomes dear to a pure devotee will get prema bhakti, will get love for Krishna. This is the secret. Somehow or the other, we have to become dear to a pure devotee. Recently, we celebrated the Vyasa Puja of Param Pujya Srila Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. And when in the initial years, in the 1968 or something like that, when Param Pujya Srila Jayapataka Swami Maharaj was in Montreal temple, some devotee told Srila Jayapataka Swami Maharaj that if you want to be noticed by Srila Prabhupada or become dear to him, you ask him questions after the class. He likes it. Ask good questions. So then Maharaj started asking questions after the class, something related to the class. And once Srila Prabhupada chastised Maharaj, Maharaj asked a question about Radharani. And Prabhupada said, don't ask. Why are you asking about Radharani? And then next day it so happened that the temple leader told Srila Jayapataka Swami Maharaj to do some seva outside. So Maharaj missed the class. But that same night he got the cassette recording and was hearing. And at the end of the class, Prabhupada said, any questions? And nobody had any questions. Prabhupada said, where is Jayapataka? He asks very nice questions. So sweet that was. So bhakti kari sabe kari lena namaskar, sabara haila Krishna bhakti ravikar. Just by being looked upon by Srila Haridas Thakur, by offering obeisances to Srila Haridas Thakur, the prisoners, they developed bhakti ravikar, ashtasattvic vikar. Ecstatic symptoms manifested in their bodies. As everyone devotedly offered obeisances to Srila Haridas Thakur. Bhakti kari sabe kari lena namaskar. That namaskar should be with bhakti, not mechanical. Once a very senior Vaishnava, one of our Gurujans, was walking in Mayapur, and from the other direction, some devotees were coming. And ha hu hu, they were talking, they were having their, masti and talk, and suddenly, some of them were his disciples in that group. Some were disciples of another Guru, other Guru Maharajas, but at least 2-3 were his own disciples. But it was a group of like 10-15 devotees. They were coming and they were in their own mood of laughing and joking. And here their Gurujan is coming. So they just like this casually. Because they had just met in Guru Puja, in the Japa session, in the Bhagavatam class. The class got over and they were going out and somehow the paths crossed. So they said very casually, Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam, like that, and just walked past. So Maharaj, their Guru Maharaj stopped and said, don't just say Dandavat Pranam. You should offer Dandavat Pranam. What is this casually you're saying? Haribol Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam, and you're telling me Haribol. Let's say you're instructing me to say Hari Hari. So Maharaj corrected, this particular senior Vaishnava corrected. He said, don't just say Dandavat Pranam. You should actually offer Dandavat Pranam. So therefore it is said, Bhakti kari sabe kari lena namaskar. Namaskar or Dandavat Pranam has to be done with bhakti. With bhakti. Dasa bara bhakti dekhe Prabhu Hari Dasa bandi saba dekhi tana haila kripahasa. When Srila Haridas Thakur saw the prisoner's devotion, Tasabara Bhakti Dekhe, Prabhu Haridas, when he saw their devotion, he mercifully smiled at them. Bandi Saba Dekhi Tana, Haila Kripahas. With mercifully, he smiled at them. Haridas was smiled at them. And then he said something. Thaka, thaka, ekhana, achala, jena, rupe, Gupta Ashirvada Kari Hasena Kautuke. With a curious smile, Srila Haridas Thakur gave them a Gupta Ashirvada, ambiguous blessing. What was it? Thaka Thaka. Stay like this, stay like this, stay as you are. थाका थाका, ऐसे रहो, ऐसे रहो. You see, na, grihe thako, vane thako. You whether you're in a household or whether you're in the forest. So thaka means to be there, stay somewhere. So stay here in the jail. Nicely. ऐसे रहो, jail में रहो. What kind of ashirwad is that? The prisoners are bowing down so that their sufferings come to an end. They are suffering in the jail, and you're saying, ऐसे रहो, इधर ही रहो. ऐसा अच्छा है. थाका थाका. थाका थाका एक खाना. आचा न जेना रूपे. Stay here as you are now. जैसे हो वैसे रहो. He basically said, जैसे हो वैसे रहो. Just stay the way you are. ना भूजिया ताहाना से दुर्नेय वचन बंदी सब हैला किछु विषादित मन. Unable to understand the mysterious words of Srila Haridas Thakur. Na bhujaiya tahana se durdneya vachana, the difficult to understand equivocal instruction of Haridas Thakur, hearing them. Bandi saba haila kichu vishadita mana. The prisoners they felt vishad. They became very sad, very morose. Are kya ashirwad de diya Mahabhagavat ne? Aisi raho, idhar hi raho. What kind of a blessing is this? In the previous it said Gupta Ashirwad. It is like that. See, sometimes if Vaishnavara Kriya Mudra Vigyana Bhuja, it is difficult to understand the activities of a Vaishnava. But it is seen many times Krishna and the Vaishnavas, who are representative of Krishna, they speak like this in a very mysterious way. We have to scratch our brains. Kya bole aise? Aisa? Acha? Aisa? Like in our Shastra it is said, what is that? प्रभाते द्युत्त प्रसंगेन मध्याह्ने स्त्री प्रसंगतः रात्रौ च चौर प्रसंगेन कालो गच्छति धीमता. Dhimata. How does an intelligent person spend his time? Kalau gacchati dhimata. How should an intelligent person spend his time? Prabhate dyutta prasangena. In the morning, you should associate with the gamblers. Sabere utke pehle associate with gamblers. Madhyamne stri prasangata. Afternoon, when everybody is out, you enter the house and you associate with the ladies. Everybody is out working in the office. You come to the house and you associate with the ladies. Madhyamne stri prasangata. Bacche school mein hai, ghar pe aa jao. Spend time with the woman. Acha. And what should you do at night when everybody is sleeping? Ratro cha chaura prasangena. Raat ko because thieves become active at night. They are nocturnal. So this is our Shastra teaching us. Morning associate with gamblers. Afternoon spend time with women. At night you spend time with the thieves. Kala gacchati dhimata. Aisa mast apna time bitao. So one may think, what kind of instruction is that? But then our acharyas explain that Prabhata Dutta Prasangena. In the morning, associate with gamblers mean you read Bhagavad Gita, which is the essence of Mahabharata. Because in Mahabharata, there is the description of the gambling match, which led to the Kurukshetra war, and before the war, there was Bhagavad Gita. So who are the gamblers? Dutta Prasangena, Arjun, Yudhishthir. And Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, among the cheaters, I am the gambler. I am the greatest cheat. So associate with Krishna. Hear Bhagavad Gita in the morning before you go to work. Hear Bhagavad Gita. So you know how to work in this world by hearing Bhagavad Gita. Afternoon, don't be just in the office all day. Get some time and spend time in your house. Come home for lunch. Then you can go back to the office. But afternoon, come back home. And spend time with ladies. Which ladies? Not your wife or sister or mother or daughter. Not with the household people. Stri Prasanga means Ramayana. In the afternoon, you should study Valmiki Ramayana. Why Ramayana? Because, so Ramayana is called Stri Prasanga. You are associating with women because whole Ramayana is about Mother Sita. Whole Ramayana happened because of Mandhara. Whole Ramayana happened because of Kaikeyi. And the whole war, Lanka war, everything happened because of Sita Devi. So associate with the ladies. Madhyamne Stri Prasangatah. So morning you read Bhagavad Gita, Dyutta Prasangena with the gamblers. Then Madhyamne Stri Prasangatah, you study Valmiki Ramayana. How? Because by reading Ramayana, you understand how to have relationships, how to follow Maryada. Because Ramayana is a story of Maryada Purushottam, Sri Ram. How to deal with one's mother, how to behave and protect one's wife, how to deal with one's brothers and sisters, children. Everything we learn from Ramayana. Ramayana is all about relationships, how to serve one's master, how to make friendship. Everything you learn in relationships. So afternoon you learn relationships because you're associating with everyone in your family, friends, neighbors, office. You should know how to associate with them. So Ramayana is important. It teaches us about relationships. Bhagavad Gita in the morning teaches us how to live our whole day. What should be the consciousness? Ramayana teaches us about relationships. And Ratrausa Chaura Prasangena. At night you associate with the thief. Who is this thief? Vraje Prasiddham Navanita Chauram Gopanganana Jadukula Gopanganana Chadukula Choram Aneka Janmarjita Papa Chauram Chauragraganyam Purusham Namami. Chauragraganyam, the leader of the thieves, the butter thief, the Gopanganana Dukula Chauram, the stealer of the clothes of the gopis. Shri Radhikaya Hridayasya Chauram, the thief who stole the heart of Srimati Radharani. And Padashritanam cha samasta Chauram. जो लोग पदाश्रित हो जाते हैं, those who surrender to Krishna's lotus feet, समस्त चौरम, उनका सब कुछ चोर लेते हैं, सन्यासी बना देते हैं उनको गोस्वामी बना देते हैं वृंदावन के. त्यक्त्वा तूर्णमशेष मंडलपति. Then they are just screaming, Hey Radhe Vrajadevi ke chalalite, Hey Nanda Suno Kuta. They make them sannyasi babajis. Padashritanam cha samasta chauram, chauragraganyam purusham namami. So at night, you should associate with the thief, which means what? Which means we should hear the pastimes of Radha and Krishna at night. We should read the Krishna book at night. Nice, sweet stories, Vrindavan Leela, and then you go to sleep. Dreaming about Vrindavan. That is how an intelligent person lives the life. Hari Bol. So our acharyas, they speak in a cryptic way. Krishna also very cryptic. Yomam pashyati sarvatra, sarvam chamai pashyati, tasyaham na pranashyami, sachame na pranashyati. One who sees everything in me and me in everything, for him I have never lost, nor is ever lost to me. So Krishna also very, very mysterious, very mystic. So our Shastra, they sometimes have this type of code language. Why it is like that? To make it interesting. Because we consider ourselves very intellectuals. So thoda sa puzzle. The Krishna likes to give us puzzles so that we take it seriously. अभी अगर किसी ने बोल दिया कि सवेरे भगवत गीता पढ़ो, दोपहर को रामायण पढ़ो और रात को कृष्णा बुक पढ़ो, ठीक है? तो क्या हुआ? एक कान से सुना, दूसरे कान से निकाल दिया. प्रभाते द्वित्य प्रसंगेण, मध्याह्ने स्त्री प्रसंगतः, रात्रौ चौर प्रसंगेण, कालो गच्छति. अरे, what is being told? Then it becomes interesting. So we also see that story of the disciple of Shripad Ramanujacharya, Shri Parashar Maharaj. When he sent his disciple, the disciple asked to become a perfect, pure devotee, what qualities I should develop. So he said, that's a very nice question, but I think you should ask my friend, Shri Anantacharya. He can answer. He can give a very nice, comprehensive answer to this question. Acha, where is your friend? He lives in Kanchipuram. You go. He worships. No, sorry, he lives in Tirupati. So Parashar Maharaj is living in Sri Rangakshetra. He is the devotee of Ranganath, and his friend is in Tirupati. That is like 400-500 kilometers away. And this is around 900 years ago. This happened. So he says, you go and you ask him. So he goes walking there, and you know that story. You have read it many times. So he goes to Tirupati, and there he asks he meets Anantacharya and asks him, my Gurudev Parashar Swami has sent me here to ask you a question. So what are the qualities that a devotee should develop in order to become a pure devotee of Krishna? So Anantacharya says, I will tell you, but first you eat prasad. You have just come from a long journey. You have walked 400 kilometers. You have climbed over mountains and crossed rivers and walked through jungles. You must be tired. You take some prasad first. Feed some nice prasad. He says, you stay here. I will answer your question later. So, okay. 1 day, 2 days. He says, what should I do here? You do some seva in this ashram. So in Tirupati, he is doing seva. He is working in the garden for Lord Balaji, Lord Venkateshwar, cultivating flowers and tulsi leaves and manjaris for the Lord, and doing gardening and doing so many chores, washing clothes and everything. And then Janmashtami comes. 6 months have gone by, no answer. Anantacharya gave no answer, and he's just working there. Free labor for 6 months. Nishulka Das is working. Then Janmashtami comes, and there are so many pilgrims who come to Tirupati on Janmashtami. And there is Bhandara, there is so much cooking to be done, serving to be done. And this devotee who had come with a simple question, he was thinking, why did I ask my Gurudev this question? First of all, he sent me here now 6 months. I don't know what to do. I'm just serving. My question is not answered. Gurudev said he will give a very comprehensive answer. Answer nahi mila. So he's there, he's serving. He serves everybody. Everybody has eaten. Then he sits down to take prasad. Very tired. And Gurudev comes. He said, no. First we have to serve everybody else. More pilgrims are coming. Then later on we can eat. ऐसा this happened many times. Every time he would serve and then sit down and again. ऐसा पूरा दिन भर निर्जल कराया जन्माष्टमी को. ब्रह्मचारी को कुछ खाने नहीं दिया, पीने नहीं दिया. तो उनका अच्छा fasting हो गया till midnight. And everybody had, all the pilgrims had gone, everything was done, everybody had eaten. Then Anantacharya said, okay, now sit. Now we will eat together. Both of us have prasad together. So they sat down. They're eating. And then Anantacharya said, by the way, you had some question, right? You had come to ask me a question. Yes, I had a question. What was the question? What are the qualities that a devotee should develop, inculcate, so that the devotee can become a pure devotee? Yes. So Shri Anantacharya said, yes, the qualities are, one should become like salt. One should become like a chicken. One should become like a crane. And one should become like you. There's nothing more to this. Okay? Now you can finish your prasadam and tomorrow morning you can leave. And Anantacharya got up and left. And this poor little brahmachari, he was left there. What kind of answer was that? I'm even more confused now than when I came. First, I had some idea. We have to be humble. We should be tolerant. But he become like salt, become like a chicken, like a crane, and like me. I don't understand this. But he said, no more discussion on this. Tomorrow you can leave. So what to do? Next day morning, he started walking back to Sri Rangam. Came back, met his Gurudev, Shri Parashar Swami. And he said, Are, my dear child, you have come back. Did you meet Shri Anantacharya? Yes, Gurudev, I met him. Did he give you a nice, comprehensive answer? He says, I don't know about comprehensive, but he gave me a very mystical answer to my question. My question was, what qualities a devotee should develop to become a pure devotee? And he said, he should become like salt, like a chicken, like a crane, and like me. I don't know what to make of it. So, Parasharji is clapping his hands and jumping up. Oh, what a comprehensive answer. What a brilliant answer. How wonderful. How wonderful. Says, Gurudev, please explain to me also how this is so wonderful. I didn't understand. Then Parasharji, he explained to his disciple that, listen, sit down, my child. This is a very perfect answer. We should become like salt. What is the quality of salt? In the prasad, in the food, the salt has to be just right. Not too much, not too little. Similarly, the path of devotion, path of Krishna consciousness is a path of balance. Yukta ahar viharasya, yukta cheshtasya karmasya, yukta swapna bodhasya, yoga bhavati dukkhaha. It is a middle path. Therefore, it is said Krishna appeared on Ashtami, in the middle of the lunar cycle, to teach us that this Madhyam path is very dear to Krishna. The path of balance. We have to work in the world also. We have to go to the office, do our work, take care of our family also. At the same time, we have to practice our Krishna consciousness also. It's a path of balance. We have to balance everything very nicely. Also, Krishna consciousness doesn't mean that we become completely fanatic and we start disrespecting others. Krishna consciousness means to follow one's path, but also to respect other people's mood. For example, Srila Haridas Thakur's method of bhajan was Nam. Sri Advaitacharya's method of bhajan was Shaligram Seva. Srivas Thakur's method of bhajan was Nam Sankirtan and worshipping Ganga Devi. Haridas Thakur was Virakta, Bhajananandi. He would sit alone and chant. Srivas Thakur would call everybody in his house. They were 4 brothers themselves. And the whole family used to do together Sankirtan and they used to go worship Ganga. Advaitacharya would sit and worship Shaligram Shila with Tulsi leaves and Ganga. But see how they were cooperatively together praying for Mahaprabhu to descend. That is the path. We are not fanatic. And another quality of salt is never visible in the food. It becomes homogenized in the sabji or in the dal. You can see kadi patta. You can see kothimbir. You can see the dal pieces. In the pulao, you can see the rice. You can see the peas, but you cannot see salt. Similarly, Parasharji explained, a devotee is like salt, very humble. Is there doing all the seva, but in the background. Doesn't want to come in the limelight. When we eat a nice paneer sabji or any sabji, palak paneer or matar paneer or kadhai paneer, whatever it is. I'm saying paneer because in ISKCON we like paneer. Right? Everybody likes to eat paneer sabji. So, and today is Sunday feast. So any sabji you make, what will the devotee say? Arey Prabhuji, kya sabji banai hai? Very nice sabji. But nobody says, Prabhuji, kya salt dala hai paneer ki sabji mein? Kya salt dala hai? Ekdam perfect salt dala hai. Nobody acknowledges salt. But imagine a sabji where there is no salt. Then everybody will criticize, arey yaar, salt nahi dala. Or if the salt is too much, hey, so salty, kya kar diya? Double salt dal diya. It's cannot, unpalatable. So if the salt is less, there is no taste. If the salt is more, it becomes unpalatable. So salt has to be just right. And when the salt is just right, nobody will acknowledge salt. Devotee is like that. थोड़ा सा गलत हो गया, अरे डिवोटियों की टीवी देखता है, अरे चैंटिंग करते समय बात करता है, खुद चैंटिंग नहीं करते. They will never take the mala in their hand, but a devotee is chanting little bit. They will talk. Hey, devoteeयों के sweet खाता है. You know all this. This is a devotee. This is the life of a devotee. Everywhere बस गाली खाओ. हरिदास ठाकुर को देखो बेचारे क्या कर रहे हैं, सिर्फ नाम भजन कर रहे हैं. And काजी के सामने उनको लाया. But this is a devotee, salt, like salt. Very humble, does seva in the background, but tiraskrita, vipralabdha, kshapta, kshipta, hatapi, nasya tat pratikurvanti, tad bhakta prabhuvapi. A devotee may be criticized, cursed, beaten, insulted, but the devotee, nasya tat pratikurvanti. He will never retaliate. That is the nature of a devotee. Like salt. More salt, criticism. Less salt, criticism. Correct salt, no acknowledgement. That is a devotee. Amanina, manadena. Salt is amanina. A devotee is amanina, manadena. Acha, what about chicken? Parasharya says there is a heap of garbage. There is decomposing food, some dust, dirt, kachara, kuda. But there may be some grains of some rice or some grains of some type in that heap of garbage, and the chicken will go, tuk, tuk, will pick out the grains. Even from kuda kachra, even from a garbage, a pile of trash, the chicken will pick out some grains that are edible. So similarly, Parasharya says this world is like garbage. Dukkha alayam ashashvatam. There is so much distraction in this world. There is so much nonsense in this world, so much gossip, gramya katha. What does a devotee do? Gramya katha na shunibe, gramya varta na kohibe. Bhala na paribe aur bhala na khaibe. A devotee is not interested in this news, sports channels, movies, Bollywood, Hollywood, rock music, hip hop music. Nahi. The whole world is crazy. But a devotee doesn't care about these things. A devotee is only caring about the essence. Saragrahi. Krishna is bhavagrahi and a devotee is saragrahi. Saragrahi, like a paramhamsa. Saragrahi. A devotee is interested only in the essence. If somewhere there is Krishna Varta, immediately devotee is interested. As soon as there is mundane talk, the devotee detaches, not interested. So that is the nature of a devotee. In this world, there are so many distractions, so many wrong things going on, but a devotee doesn't bother with those things. A devotee is concerned only with Krishna Varta. Therefore, a devotee is like a chicken. What about a crane? Oh, crane will stand in the water on one leg, waiting for the big fish to come. As soon as the big fish comes, it will grab the big fish. So many small fishes may go, but the crane will not bother about them. But a big fish comes, immediately grab. Similarly, in this world, people like to do small talk. Small talk. Oh, who said, what said, he said, she said, this, like. So many small talk they do. But a devotee is not interested in that. But as soon as there is Krishna Varta, again, the devotee grabs. Also, a devotee cares about the big relationships, the real relationships. And a devotee doesn't let the fighting that happens over small things affect a big relationship. Big relationship are the big fish, and the small fish are like the small fights, disagreements, differences of opinion, ego battles that may happen. A devotee does not let these small ego problems, small disagreements break a great relationship. This is very important, my dear friends. Once two devotees were fighting and they went to their Gurudev. And what did the Gurudev say? He said, do both of you agree that Krishna is the Supreme Lord? The devotees are bitterly fighting. They said, yes, we agree. Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Do you agree Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu is the Yoga Avatar who has come to give Krishna Prem? Yes, we agree Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu is the Yoga Avatar who has come to give Krishna Prem. Do you agree Srila Prabhupada is the savior of the world and he is Gauravani Pracharine? Yes, of course. We agree. Srila Prabhupada is Gauravani. Do you agree we should chant at least 16 rounds every day? Yes, yes. No other mantra? No. Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Yes, we agree. Both of us totally agree. Do you agree that we should bow down to Tulsi? Yes. Do you agree we should attend the morning program? Yes. Do you agree we should preach? Yes. Do you agree we should fast on Ekadashi? Yes. Do you agree we should read Prabhupada books? Yes. Gurudev said, you are agreeing on the most important things in life. Why are you fighting over small things? If you are agreeing on these big things, what are these small disagreements? Whether Janmashtami Kalash Abhishek should start at 5 p.m. or 6 p.m., you're fighting over that? Is that so important? Don't fight. See where you can agree. And you're agreeing on all these big principles. Why worry about the small things in life? Don't fight. Don't let small things affect a big relationship. Crane goes for the big fish. Doesn't bother with the small fish. If we start running after small fishes, we'll be running, huffing and puffing and getting tired over small things and get nothing. Get nothing. Go for the big fish. Big fish is the big picture. We are all Jivera Swarupa Krishna Nityadas. We are in Mahaprabhu's movement. We are in Mahaprabhu's family. That is the big picture. And finally, a devotee should be like you. Parashar Maharaj said, my dear child, you had a sincere question. What quality should we aspire for? And to get answer for that question, you traveled 400 kilometers back and forth. You walked through forests. You risked your life. There are dangerous animals in the forest. There are snakes, tigers, leopards, bear. You crossed across a river. Tirupati is high up. You climbed so many mountains. You served there without expecting anything for 6 months. You served all the devotees. Prasad, you yourself had not eaten. Obeying your Gurudev. You did such wonderful, humble service without expecting anything. And therefore, you are eligible to hear the answer to your sincere question. Therefore, my friend Anantacharya said that a devotee should be like you. Because you have humility and you have sincerity and you have service attitude. These are the qualities: humility, sincerity. Sincere question, humility. I cannot figure out. ऐसा नहीं कि question है तो let me read the scriptures. I will figure it out. I will figure it out. No. You had a sincere question and you had the humility to approach your Gurudev. Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. Pariprashnena sevaya. You asked prashna and you did seva without expecting anything, to get your answer, to get your doubt clarified. And therefore, a real devotee should be like you: sincere, humble, and seva bhav, service attitude. So this is the answer. So the Brahmachari said, but this answer could have been given to me the day I went there. Why was I made to wait for 6 months? So Gurudev said, if you would have received the answer on that day, he said, you would not have been able to understand. The heart is like an agricultural field. And only when it is tilled and plowed by seva, then the seed of Divya Jnana can sprout and we can understand. The heart has to become fertile. We can hear satsang, we can hear so many classes. Why nothing is happening? Because the heart is not fertile. You put a seed in a desert, it will never sprout. Never sprout, because the soil is not fertile. If the soil of our heart is not fertile, we can put the seeds of satsang, harikatha, but nothing will happen. The heart is not fertile. And this heart becomes fertile by selfless service, seva, devotional service. It is devotional service that makes the heart fertile. Therefore, 6 months you had to serve. And now you can understand. But the disciple said, but I could not understand. After 6 months of service, when he told me, I could not understand. It took you to explain it so nicely. So why did he not explain like this? Why he spoke in a cryptic way? That is our question. No? Because we're talking Gupta Ashirvad. Why the devotees talk in a Gupta way, in a cryptic way? So this Brahmachari asked his Gurudev, Parashar Maharaj, that why your friend Shri Anantacharya spoke to me in a cryptic way. So Parashar Maharaj gave the answer that, oh, my friend Anantacharya could have given you very comprehensive answer, detailed answer, like I am giving. He could have done this. But he did not do it. Why? Because he is very merciful to me. He wanted me also to hear the answer. He wanted me also to meditate on the answer. And he wanted you to hear the answer from the mouth of your Gurudev. Hare Krishna. Therefore, he gave a cryptic answer. So you will come. So he gave the answer, but you did not understand. And he wanted you to come back to your Gurudev and hear the elaborate answer only from Shri Guru Mukha Padma, the lotus mouth of Shri Guru. Therefore, he sent you to me. For you, for your benefit, and for my benefit, so that I will also get to hear and I will also get to reflect and meditate on this answer. So therefore, my friend Anantacharya is very merciful to you and to me. So these are some of the reasons why in our scriptures, sometimes very mystical, cryptic statements are there. All these reasons. We take it seriously, we little bit scratch our brains, we take some effort to understand. And then when we understand, our heart becomes very blissful. These prisoners could not understand the meaning. So then, we have 2 minutes. Tabe pache kripa yukta hai haridas gupta ashirvada kahe kariya prakash. Understanding that these prisoners were feeling vishaditaman, they became very sad hearing this. Thaka, aise raho, they have become very sad. Then Srila Haridas Thakur explained what was the meaning of that Ashirvad. Gupta Ashirvada kahe kariya prakash. He elaborated. Ami toma sabare je kahilu Ashirvad tara artha na bhujiya bhavaha vishad. You have not understood the meaning of the blessings I gave you and therefore you are lamenting. Listen. Manda Ashirvada ami kakhano na kari manadiya sabe iha bhujaha vichari. Srila Haridas Thakur is saying, I never give inauspicious benedictions. Manda Ashirvada ami kakhano na kari. I don't give Manda Ashirvad. I don't give inauspicious benedictions. Manadiya sabe iha bhujaha vichari. Carefully try to understand what Ashirwad I have given you. Ebe Krishna pratito ma sabakara mana jena che ei mata thaku sarvakshana. As your minds are presently fixed on Krishna, let them stay like that forever. Let them stay forever. These prisoners were so sincere. They wanted to get the association of Haridas Thakur, isn't it? They were happy when they heard Haridas Thakur is coming to the jail. So they wanted Krishna consciousness. They knew that just by having darshan of Haridas Thakur, all inauspiciousness from our life will go away. And when they saw Haridas Thakur, they developed ecstatic symptoms. Remember? Just by offering obeisances to Haridas Thakur, they developed ecstatic symptoms. Haridas Thakur is saying, stay like this, remain in ecstasy. Keep experiencing Ashtasattvic Vikar. That was the meaning. Isn't it beautiful? That was Haridas Thakur. He said ki, aise hi raho, hamesha ecstasy mein raho, bhakti mein raho. Ei mata thaku sarvakshana. May you stay like this forever. That was the meaning. That was the abhipraya. Ebe nitya Krishna nama Krishnera chintana sabe meli karite takah anukshana. Now all of you in the jail together constantly chant the names of Shri Krishna and always think of Krishna. Ebe nitya Krishna nam Krishnera chintan. Krishna nam and Krishnera chintan. Ebe himsa nahi nahi prajara pidana Krishna bali kakuvade karah chintana. Hare Krishna. Here you have no envy or trouble from others. Ebe himsa nahi, nahi prajara pidana. Krishna bali kakuvade karah chintana. You humbly and earnestly chant Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Krishna bali kakuvade. Earnestly and humbly you chant Krishna's name and karah chintana. Always do Krishna chintan. Arabara giya vishayete pravartile. Sabe iha pasari be gele dushta mele. Otherwise, if you again return to material enjoyment by bad association, you will forget everything about Krishna. You go to the comfort, luxury of your home, family, so many distractions. You will forget Krishna. Now you are remembering Krishna. My benediction is, wherever you are, you always stay like this. Always remember Krishna. So actually it is late, so I will stop here. There are actually 1, 2, 3, 5 more verses in this prasanga, in this story, but we'll take them next time. So in this way, Haridas Thakur explained his benediction that I always want you to be like this. Can you give me one more example from Caitanya Charitamrita where a very great personality spoke something that appeared like a curse? Haridas Thakur is telling the prisoners, may you always stay like this. Sounds like a curse, sorry. Someone has got 14-year imprisonment, you are saying, may you always remain like this. Yes, Parima Mataji, another example from Caitanya Charitamrita where a great personality spoke something that appeared like a curse, but actually it was a Gupta Ashirvad. It was a hidden benediction. Yes, Parima Mataji.
I don't know, Prabhuji, if I'm correct, but it was that Brahmin who cursed Mahaprabhu that may you become, may you leave your house, may you leave your everything.
Yeah. Yeah, that is okay. Actually, he was upset with Mahaprabhu because he was not allowed in the Shrivas Angan. But later on, Mahaprabhu says that actually I only inspired you to speak that curse.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. So that is what I could think of. Prabhu.
No, that is good. There is one very major thing. Everybody thought this is a curse, but actually it was a blessing. Yes, Kasturi Manjari Mataji.
Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanavad Pranam Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for the wonderful class, Prabhu. Prabhu, I'm thinking of the son of Shivananda Sen when he was late in serving Nityananda. He godly cursed his sons to die, actually. So, and his wife was, upset, but Shivananda Sen was in ecstasy to receive this benediction.
Yes. Because actually the meaning was that may the material desires die in the hearts of their sons, and then their sons became pure devotees, and youngest one became Krishna Kavi Karnapur. Puri Das became Kavi Karnapur, the author of one of the original biographies of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So yes, there is never a Manda Ashirvad from these great souls. Their Ashirvad is always very, very beneficial. So thank you. So we'll stop here. Are there any questions or comments? श्री चैतन्य भागवत की जय, श्रील वृंदावन दास ठाकुर महाशय की जय, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, निताई गौर प्रेमानंद, हरि हरि बोल. Yes, Mataji, you have a question?
Yeah, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Not a question, but just a reflection, Prabhuji, that like how when the prisoners, they offered obeisances to Srila Haridas Thakur, how they became ecstatic. So I'm just remembering like one of the reasons behind Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to take sannyas. So because like all the students and all, they were blaspheming him because of his mood became like gopi gopi. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu takes sannyas so that that in the renounced order of life, everybody will offer him obeisances, and by offering obeisances, we will get all auspiciousness and nice, in some benediction instead of, getting bound.
Like in the
By
jail, they
giving.
offered obeisances to Haridas Thakur and got ecstatic symptoms by offering
Yes,
obeisances.
Prabhuji, yeah.
Thank you, Mother.
Just that
Very nice. Thank you for that
when
reflection.
you were active. Yeah, thank you.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Okay, dear devotees, so we'll stop here. Thank you very much for your association. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for the wonderful.